Hey, my name is Mike, and this is a too long didn't read version of Beastlord Darmac on normal. At 85% and every 20% afterwards, the boss will jump onto one of the 3 mounts in the room. The mount that he's closest to is the one he'll jump on, so you can actually dictate which one he goes to. When he's not on a mount, he throws spears out to random people. If the target gets hit by this, they take damage, as well as anyone within 25 yards of them. And anyone within 3 yards of the impact will take additional damage and be pinned down by the spear. If someone does get pinned down, the spears have to be killed immediately. If no one gets pinned down, just dot them up every once in a while. They don't have to die right away. Throughout the entire fight, the boss will spawn adds. These adds are always your number 1 priority because they do have a fast stacking buff that increases their movement speed and their damage done. The wolf mount called Cruel Fang does rend and tear. When he does this, he leaps towards a random player and then puts a 30-second bleed on anyone within 7 yards of them. This bleed also increases the damage taken by this ability by 10%. And then he'll leap back towards the tank, putting a stack on anyone within 7 yards, so melee you want to make sure you're watching out for this. And tanks, this is the thing you'll be swapping for. Cruel Fang has an enrage that increases the attack speed of the boss and the adds by 75%, and this should be dispelled immediately. When you kill Cruel Fang, Darmac obtains the rend and tear ability for the rest of the fight when he's not on a mount. Darmac and all the adds also have their attack speed increased by 35%. Iron Crusher is the elephant mount. It has a raid-wide AoE called Tantrum, which does damage every second for 5 seconds. He'll also charge a random ranged member and deal damage to them and anyone around them and knock them back. He applies Crush Armor on the tanks, which is a stacking debuff that decreases their armor by 10% for 15 seconds. And when Iron Crusher dies, Darmac now has the ability to do Tantrum, the raid-wide AoE, throughout the entire fight when he's not on a mount. His damage is also increased for 25% after this mount dies. Dreadwing is the dragon-like mount. It has a frontal cone ability called Infernal Breath that everyone should get out of the way of because it faces a position and then just stays there. If you do get hit by the breath, you get a stacking dot put on you that's a magical effect that should be dispelled. Dreadwing also puts Conflagration on random people. It's a 6-second magic dot that does damage to anyone within 8 yards of that player and should be dispelled. Searing Fangs is the tank ability. It makes it so Dreadwing's melee attacks do extra fire damage and also increases the amount of fire damage you take by 20%. When Dreadwing dies, Darmac now can do the frontal cone ability for the rest of the fight when he's not on a mount. However, it's called Superheated Shrapnel instead of Infernal Breath, and it also leaves fire patches on the ground that you should not stand on. Also, after Dreadwing dies, the spears now pulsate fire and should be killed immediately, and sometimes the adds will also pulsate fire, so you want to make sure not to stand near them. That was a too long didn't read version of Beastlord Darmac on normal. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a great day.